Hey, good morning all you peeps and peoples out there in YouTube world. Excuse me, I thought I was over my crud. I was for a day or so. I'm trying to get this camera. When I flip this camera towards me, the screen, it's like everything's backwards. Somebody noticed that in my shop the other day, said, hey, your flag is hanging backwards. I said, well, I don't know if I answered them or not. I think I don't know. It's the camera. I'm doing this on a tablet, and when you turn the screen towards you with the camera on, everything's backwards. But anyway, I still didn't get to go see Pete. I thought my crud was over with. I felt pretty good for a day or so. And then a couple days ago, this side of my face was before the problem, like all up in my sinuses. And now the sucker went up the other nose trail, and this side's all clogged up, and it's worse than it was. Hacking cough and boogers running down your throat when you sleep at night. It's like, I'm miserable. I'm not really terribly sick with it. A little run down feeling, but I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's probably one of the 14 million strains of COVID, you know? I don't know. Miserable. Everybody seems to have the same symptoms with it. But anyway, I got some good news to share on Mr. Pate. I talked to Lauren last night, and she kind of asked me to do a little update, you know. Like I said, I don't want to go into great detail because that's their business. But she said that he was getting up with crutches and able to use the bathroom, and that I guess he was bored the other day. This was maybe Friday or Saturday or sometime, and John had told me this too. Her father-in-law, they went out to see him, and he had gotten his wheelchair, and you know him, he ain't gonna sit around for long, you know. So old Sasquatch went on a journey. Oh, they moved him to that was the other good part. They moved him out of the St. Elizabeth's Hospital out there in Youngstown and moved him to a rehabilitation, therapy center. He's going to stay there for another week, I guess. She said at least, But they've got him in this rehab center working on all of his muscles and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess he got in his wheelchair and went roaming around visiting or whatever, So that's good news. I'm so thankful for everybody's prayers and thoughts, and he is too. He's overwhelmed. I talked to him, I don't know, whatever night, last Wednesday or something. Told him I wanted to come see him, but I didn't want to bring this crud. And he appreciated that. He said, I don't need that. I guess he had been battling it before. So anyway, just thought I'd update everyone on what I know anyway. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't been up to see him because of this. Now again, I thought I was done. I started feeling pretty good. Boogie started drying up, and then the other day, I think it was Friday afternoon, I started getting scratchy throat on this side. I'm like, oh, not again. Sure enough, Saturday it was all starting to back up and swell up. Miserable. But anyway, so I'm encouraged by the good news about Pete, and I'll keep everybody posted. We had said preliminarily about doing the like a dinner, meet and greet, and raffle and stuff on the 27th of April, assuming that would give time for him to be able to get around decent, which I'm sure it will. But Lauren said he's got that trout. He helps a lot with the youth trout fishing thing, and he actually was very integral in getting the fish to stock the pond, and I don't know how much of that he'll be able to do, but he still wants to be very involved in that, and that is that weekend of the 27th or the 27th, which was a Saturday. So we're going to try and we didn't rent the hall yet anyway. They were booked up until then, and we thought, well, that will be good. So I'll let everybody know. We'll make some good announcements on this site and more relevant sites about what the date is. But sorry, excuse me. Oh, you get cough and you can't stop. It's terrible. Anyway, they're maybe beginning of May or something, you know. But by then the weather will be nice. We'll have some daylight, and it's not going to get dark at 5 o'clock. You know? So we'll keep you guys posted on that. And the plan is to have just like maybe, I don't know, you know, burgers, dogs, coleslaw, beans, whatever, a little dinner, maybe spaghetti, meatballs. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but the facility has its own kitchen, and you know, the fire hall. It's a nice big hall, and you know, whatever. It'd just be nicer weather then anyway, and hopefully he'll be up to coming up. You know, he wants to be there. Lauren said he definitely wants to be there and meet and greet. Everybody can wish him well. Anybody within the driving distance or whatever. So, all right. That's about it for now, and I will keep you posted on anything else. And in the meantime, we got the cutter running, and that was anyway. Just briefly, what happened with this thing was the pilot pump went out with it, and it did it last summer, and I cobbled it together. I think I explained that. I pushed the spline in the thing, and I didn't get the gear and the shaft very far in. I knew it wasn't going to last forever, so of course, you know, timing be what it may, and the coldest week we had, we could log. That went out. Well, I got a pump from Slimmick for a couple $100. It was a brand new pump. No big deal. Go to put it in, and it ran backwards. It was the wrong direction. And we tried to figure out, I should have just put my hand on the gear and turn the engine over before I even ordered the pump, but not a big deal. The pump is reversible. You take the pump apart, you put the reservoir, the suction side, you flip it over, and you change the shafts in the two holes. There's two gear shafts. One goes out of the case to drive it with the spline, the other one is flush. I did that. Put it back in. I was all proud of myself. Oh, it works. Okay, well, what I didn't know, or now I've learned it now, there's the end glands, like they're like a bushing with a seal gland on them. They look like a set of eyebrows. And I flipped them, thinking that now that I've reversed everything, I'll flip them around. No, my bad. What it did, I learned now, those eyebrows, those little seals, it's just a little, like it's not really an O-ring, it's more like a flat O-ring thing. It looks like a set of eyebrows, and then it's got a backup ring behind it. And those always have to face the pressure side. Okay, so what it does is it seals any case drain pressure from going into the case of the pump. Well, me being the brilliant rocket scientist that I am, I put them in backwards. And it worked. And then Jesse said, well, we got a leak. And I told you that story. Well, what the leak was is it pushed the seal out of the pump and through the auxiliary drive and filled my crankcase with hydraulic oil. So, and that's what blew that stupid tappet cover gasket out, which it was junk anyway, and I think that's where I've been leaking oil for a long time. It was just all dry right away. When you took it out, it was like crumbly. It just crumbled. And it was supposed to be like the consistency of an O-ring, you know, nice and pliable. So we did that. We fixed all that, put the pump back on right, drained the oil out. I use it for bar and chain oil. All that motor oil and hydraulic oil mix, and just put it in for bar and chain, you know. So anyway, we got that all straightened out. We just went to put the pump. We had to take the fuel pump off. When he put the pump back on, he had one line crossed, and boy, we had a nightmare figuring. I mean, you know, it's not hard to figure it out, but I got a diagram. Again, you might as well, before you do any of this stuff, just stick your finger in and bump the motor over and see which way it's turning. Because I got a diagram off the internet, and it's fairly simple. You know, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the cylinders from the front back, and it's the firing order on, I guess, any 6-cylinder is 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. Well, it was my decision to put them on, and we put them on the opposite way, so I couldn't get it to run. Now, mind you, it's like, you know, 5, 6 degrees out. We got a fire going. We ended up getting the pickup down to it so we could jump on the pickup. You can't, I mean, it took us like 3 days to get this thing running. It's just ridiculous. I mean, it would have took 4 hours of good weather, but it was so stinking cold. you know, we had a buddy heater up under the thing as best we could. And it's just brutal, you know. And then to get at it, the newer machines, the whole gantry where the engine house is, you know, tips up. You know, on these older machines, you gotta crawl in there. And wow, I'm still sore from doing that, hanging down in there. And whatever. We got it finally. It's running pretty good. So I'm down in here. I just started the neighbor's property, and this is what I'm dealing with. This is a bloody mess. This is that tornado salvage still. So you can see over here, look at this stuff. So you just gotta pick it apart and you know, cut one, pull it out of there, and do the best you can with it. I'll give you a little demo here for a minute, and then I'll end this video so it's not 400 hours long. Let's see if I can do this without dropping you on your skull. I just sharpened that sucker, but I think I hit dirt cutting one of these headlong stumps. It doesn't take much to really mess it up. So this is fun. I've got some trees right there. This is like the edge of where the storm came down through here. I got some trees right there to cut, but I want to get these out of the way so I don't topple in. This stuff is really nasty. Too bad too, because it's nice wood. But there's, I don't know, there's probably 6 or 8 acres or something in here. Right here is a mess like this. It's gonna take me a few days to comb through that. It's a little slower than just, you know, not standing trees, because you gotta mess with them, you know. These aren't too bad, but some of them are so twisted up, you gotta move all over the place to get them out of there. You gotta kind of shovel them around and make room. It's tough to see where you're going in here because of all the big root balls. But like I said, if I can get a hole here started, then you can go from there, you know. It's fun every once in a while you fall in a root hole, scare the poop out of you. I got it too bad, but it's cutting beautiful the first couple I cut. It's already like not cutting right, so I'm sure I stoned something. Boy, that's a tall tree. Holy smack. That's a 3-stick thing. See, all those trees are all snapped off, so they're all going to go. Look at this pile of junk over here. My God. It takes a few. Once you get them picked out, you can start. You can go a little better, you know, as you start to clean them up, you can see what you're working with. Well, when you first get into this mess, it's hard to see what you're doing. Wood in here. This was pretty heavy standing. It just knocked it all over. since pulpwood is all, you know, rationed out, quoted, it's kind of nice to be able to take the nicer pulpwood and send it over to the firewood processor. Pretty good. Gets rid of some of it anyway. Very limited on pulpwood. I can't move a stick. I think he got like an 8-load quota, but he's running his crew over across the hill, and them guys really produce, you know. And then it's like between him and I, we fucked that 8 loads up in no time. Like I said, I've only been doing a couple loads. Do is just work your way through this stuff and try and make a hole so you can run the skidder down through it. God, nasty freaking bug. I had this thing similar to this back in last March. It was worse than this even. It was the same kind of a bug. Oh, you just cough. You'd cough so bad that you'd actually like gag, like throw up. I mean, it was so bad, so violent. It was like whooping cough or something. I don't know. I don't know where all these stupid things come from. Miserable. So I got to work my way down the hill. I'm trying to get some of this stuff down here, down off this hill. It's not a big hill right here. It's pretty gradual, but I want to get it. I want to get this stuff before it's supposed to warm up now, and you know it'll turn to shit pretty quick. So I'm trying to get this stuff done. You know, the majority of this crap done down in here before it gets too warm. We're supposed to. I can't remember what they said today. It's going to be 34. Tomorrow 38. Like mixed precipitation, and then it's going to rain. So that'll be great. But the problem is too, I really didn't pack my roads in last week when it was so cold, and over this weekend because you know we were working on this thing, so we didn't skid. A lot of times if you can pound the ice in the roads, frost in the road for a few days, even if it does warm up, it'll stay nice and hard for 3 or 4 days, you know. Didn't get a chance to do that. But where I'm coming out at, I'm up on a hill. It's pretty good going. I don't think I'll have too much problem, even if it does get warm. To be honest. It wouldn't feel too bad to not have it so brutally cold anymore. Alright, well you guys get the gist. I don't want to make the stupid video too long. Alright, so like I said, the good news, feed's on the mend, getting around a little bit, which is encouraging. And we'll keep you updated on the benefit dinner thing we're going to do. The raffle, we got some really cool items coming in for that. I'll keep you posted. And Skidder, Kev, and I, and Vern Miller are trying to get this organized so it works. So we'll keep you posted. Thanks a million, guys, for all the subs and likes and all that stuff. If you like it, hit the like button. Thank you, and God bless everyone. Ta-ta.